Welcome to Firearms of America. Today bringing a very first review from Olive Hill, Kentucky, over here at my backyard range. As you can see, it still needs some work, but I wanted to say thank you very much for the warm welcome. It's truly a blessing to be back, and with this very first review today, let's do the review of this Rossi RS22 little rifle chambered in the 22 LR. As you can see, I have a Fiat Falcon scope on it with some see-through rings. I'll talk about all of the features obviously, but as always, let's first do some shooting and see what this thing can do. So 18-inch threaded barrel, that's pretty good already considering the price. I gotta say the features are really nice for the price point that you're getting this rifle for. Now today, to test this rifle, I will be shooting this Aguila 22 LR, 40 grains. It's really nice, affordable range ammo, can't go wrong. Now you're getting one 10-rounder single stack magazine, which is definitely good news. Whenever it comes to 22 LR, I would say it's how much of a risk you want to take getting them double stacked 22 LR magazines, and even quad stack. I had an opportunity to test a quad stack 22 LR magazine, and I had a lot of problems with it. So one nice thing about single stack is it prevents quite a lot of issues with this. Now these magazines, although they do feel pretty cheap, they are steel. This magazine, not magazines, no windows, no nothing, but it's very easy to load, so it's pretty good so far. So let's see how many rounds I have in here. There is this side window, so you can actually count the amount of rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do all 10 because it's 22 LR. Why not? So 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh, I think I already have 10. All right. So let's see what this thing can do. It's pretty good. Gotta say, very easy to rack, very easy to get the magazine in, and doesn't feel too cheap. The reason why I keep saying it too cheap is because this rifle retails for like $130, $140, so the price point is impressive. But let's see if this is the case where you really are getting what you paid for in not very good sense, or in a good sense. We'll find out. So as you can see, I have one fresh target on the right, so that's where I'm going to be aiming. I have not done any zeroing on the scope, so let's see if it's any good. Let's find out. Okay, that's actually not bad. Wow. I gotta say, this is a lot of fun to shoot. And surprisingly, it's pretty accurate. So let me take the camera down there so that you can see what the group looks like. It does look pretty decent. And sorry about that, maybe one day I can figure out the camera angle so that I have one, but this is it. Not too shabby, I gotta say, without any zeroing. So, shooting this, as you can imagine, is a lot of fun. I mean, the recoil really is not existent. It is really not existent recoil. And honestly, I was shooting it with my ears on, and I kind of want to shoot it with the ears off because it sounds really, really quiet. Now the only complaint that I have so far is the way the magazine comes out. It's a little bit finicky, a little bit rough, but I think because this is a brand new rifle, it will take some time to break in, and I think it will be better. But let me do one shot without the ears because I really want to hear how it sounds. Nice. Yeah, you can definitely shoot it without the ears and be fine. I don't recommend it, obviously, But if you're like me and sometimes forget to put your ears on, yeah, it's, it's not gonna do anything. Okay, so let's start talking about the rifle. Overall, I gotta say, considering the price, I mean, it feels pretty good. You know, the plastic doesn't feel cheap at all. It's a Monte Carlo style buttstock over here. The pad over here at the back, it is plastic. It's not rubber. But again, because there is really no recoil, I mean, just you don't even feel it. You don't really need a rubber butt pad, so it does feel very nice and comfortable on your shoulder. Overall, the cheek rest, which, I mean, you know, if I can call it the part of the stock, the cheek rest where you place your cheek, is positioned very nicely. And overall, if you see, the ergonomics are, you know, on the smaller side. So, you know, from the first look, it might seem like kids rifle, and let me tell you, you know, I got this rifle for my kids to shoot, and I think they're really going to enjoy it. I think it's a great rifle for you know, if you want to introduce somebody to guns and allow them to experience the whole fun of shooting. This is just fantastic because it doesn't sound scary. It doesn't, you know, there's barely any recoil, so it does give a good introduction. But even for an adult, I mean, I do have small hands, keep it in mind, but even for an adult, the ergonomics are very acceptable and pretty good overall, I would say. So moving further, we got the safety switch right here, right at the base of the trigger guard, and I gotta say, very good positioning, very intuitive and easy to disengage, just as it is to engage. So whenever you're ready to disengage it, all you do is you press with your trigger finger and that's it, you're ready to go. Now the charging handle, very smooth, and the way you lock the bolt back, it's a little bit of a strange operation. I gotta say, I haven't seen it like this. Probably is, you know, available on some firearms, but I've never seen it like this. So you basically bring it back and then you press it in, and then it kind of locks it back, and then to get it back, you're pulling it out, and then pretty good overall. The only thing, like I said, my complaint is the mag release. I mean, the mag release seems fine, and as you can see, this is the mag release over here, and it is ambidextrous, but getting the magazine in, not too bad. Getting the magazine out, a little bit finicky, because there is kind of like a resistance somewhere, almost feels like where it's not supposed to be, past the mag release. I think it's gonna, you know, break in, and I already feel it. It's kind of getting a little bit better the more I do it. So I think after some use, it's gonna get better. But overall, pretty good. Again, for the price point, not bad at all. So let's move on further. We got our 18-inch barrel, which I gotta say, for 22 LR, 18-inch barrel, I mean, takes out pretty much all of the recoil, and also quite a lot of the noise. As you can see, you can shoot it without the ear protection. But if you do want to suppress the noise even more, well, you do have the threaded barrel, which is honestly fantastic for the price point. So you can put your 22 LR can on it, or whatever can, with a half-inch, with a standard half-inch thread, and it's yeah, it's gonna be great for the price point. That's fantastic. Moving further to the sides, as you can see, we have our fiber optic sight on the front. We got fiber optic sights at the back, the rear sights, which are actually not positioned all the way at the rear of the rifle, but kind of at the rear of the barrel, which is completely fine, which allows for both use of the scope and the fiber optic sights, in case if you like it. And I would recommend, if that's what you want to do, get yourself the see-through rings for your scope, which is by the way, one of those, what is it, 3/8 dovetail. So this is not the Picatinny rail, this is that 3/8 dovetail, which is thinner than the Picatinny rail. Again, works just fine, and with the see-through rings, you can definitely, you know, use the fiber optic sights, with the rear side actually being adjustable, as you can see, pretty good. And also I wanted to mention, this protection hood at the very top right here, you can actually remove that if you want to. So let's load up some more rounds, do some more shooting, and we'll talk a little bit about some other features. There is the, if you want to put a sling on this rifle, there is already the sling attachments. Man, I gotta say, you know, it's for the price, I'm trying to think what would be the comparable. I know Ruger, what is it, 1022 rifle, which is, I mean, fantastic rifle if you want to get, you know, 22 LR rifle, quality rifle. That Ruger 1022 is awesome. But I think if you want, I mean, you're not gonna get the fiber optic sights, which is fine, I guess. But if you want to get the threaded barrel, you do go up pretty, you know, pretty decent on, you know, in the price range. I think it's like closer to like $400. So it's really nice. The reason why I'm bringing all of this up is it's really nice that you're getting this in this Rossi RS22. Very, very good entry-level rifle with some really awesome features if you want to, you know, play with it a little bit more. So I will put my ear protection and do some more shooting. Let's see if we can hit some more of that bullseye. And actually this time on last few rounds, let's do some rapid fire, just to see, you know, the reliability. Okay. And as you can see, no problems at all. Got the charging handle locked back on the last round, just like it's supposed to. Man, this, I gotta say, this rifle is impressive. And considering it's only 140 bucks, this is really, really good. Okay, so I was mentioning the sling attachments. There you go. Here's one on the front. Here's one on the back, if that's what you want to do. Let me briefly show you the trigger, which is not bad at all. And let's see if I can get closer. So you got a bit of, I would say about 2 millimeters of very safe familiar travel until you get to the wall. And then once you're at the wall, you got just this, a little bit of this insecurity, probably like 0.5 millimeter. This, it's not that hard to catch, but it might take some time to get used to. But once you got that, it's a super crisp break. Super light, super crisp. Honestly, this trigger is just, it's good. Look, this, and then this right here, which is not too bad at all. Very easy to identify. And then a crisp break. Man, Rossi did a great job with this rifle. I gotta say, I am really impressed. Made in Brazil. Rossi model RS22. Man, impressive stuff. And I gotta say, the scope is pretty good too. I haven't had a chance to test this scope out yet. This is, like I said, Fiat Falcon. And I'll see, I think I might still have the Amazon link saved for the scope. So if I do find it, I'll put it in the description below. So, if you do want to save, I mean, if you are, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want to buy it for yourself for just some plinking fun on the range, especially if you are considering in the future eventually getting a can for yourself to, you know, not bother neighbors, which I definitely plan to do. This is fantastic for the price. This is great as an entry rifle for a child. This is really, really nice. It's hard to go wrong, you know, for the price point. I mean, it definitely does compete with the rifles out there. I mean, I had a chance to test a few 22 LR rifles in my lifetime. And I mean, you know, like I said, Ruger 1022, it feels solid. It's a fantastic rifle. But this is feature-wise, this is a better deal, honestly. I don't know how long it will last. We will see, we'll find out. It's my rifle, so we'll find out how long it lasts. But so far, so good. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think about this Rossi RS22? What do you think about this review? If you have any suggestions for my new range that you know, I do need to definitely add some, maybe steel targets I'll try to add. But if you do have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. Like I said, it's really great to be back, and I really appreciate all your warm welcomes. It definitely means a lot to me. So I do have, I think 3 or 4 videos that I have done on the last day in Fort Myers at Shooters at Mr. Cody's. So I will probably, after uploading this video, I will, you know, don't be surprised why Shooters, you know, back these videos from Shooters. I think I have like 3 or 4 pistols that I've done the reviews, because I really did want to visit Mr. Cody before leaving. So yeah, don't be surprised. But then from now on, this is where the review is going to be happening, Olive Hill, Kentucky. So really blessed to be here. Thank you very much again for being part of this channel, and really appreciate you all. God bless, and I'll see you all in the next video.